Well, what do you think, honey? Do you think we need to put the dog on a diet? You kids stop fighting over there. Be nice to your sister, damn it. Stop yelling at each other. Shit. One day, all you're going to have is each other. You got to learn to love each other. I know they're going to keep on arguing, honey, but we got to keep telling them. Oh, shit. Hey, neighbors, didn't see you there. That's right. This is my imaginary wife, and I was yelling at my imaginary kids. But then I forgot the reality of the depressing fact that it's just me. No wife, no kids here. We got the Fatty Buntings. Right, Fatty Buntings? Are you distracted by something? She knows I'm talking to the camera, so she's trying to figure out if I'm talking to her neighbors. Come here, Buntings. Come. You want to come here? You want lovins? You want the love or not? That's what I thought. Hey neighbors, welcome to the Shed Shop. In this edition of Shed Shop Update, strap the hell in and go get your snacks because it's probably going to be a long one. I got a hell of a lot going on. I've got a hell of a lot on my mind. I just had needles jabbed into my spine. They were supposed to help, and it's made things much worse. And I've got disability railroading me through this appeal process of me trying to get my disability continued since they've stopped it. That being said, that's what I just finished up fighting with. It's amazing how the system railroads you in so many different things. The government, jobs, companies, Amazon, Walmart. It makes me so damn tired. And the problem is, if you can be a cold-hearted, selfish piece of shit, you can definitely succeed while you're on Earth. And in fact, it's the best way to succeed while you're on Earth. But it seems to be that there's an afterlife to some people. That's not my driving factor to not being able to be an asshole. I don't know what prevents me from being cold-hearted. I know how to succeed. I know how to not give a shit about other people and fully play other people and take advantage of other people. The problem is, when I do it, I feel like such shit I can't do it. When I was a Kirby vacuum salesman, I couldn't sell a vacuum to somebody that didn't need it. I love the Kirby vacuum. That is why I was able to be a salesman. I could never be a used car salesman unless it was my own business. I'm too honest. You can disbelieve that fact if you want. Frankly, right now I hurt so bad and I'm so tired, I don't give a shit what you believe. We're going to take a long-ass video and post it to the internet and know about only 30 people are going to watch it anyways. If that many watch it. I got all fucking neighbor Blake's friends and family and everything giving me the stink eye every time they pull into their driveway because I told him he fucking did me dirty. I did it in a nice way. He did me dirty by saying I did him dirty when I didn't do him dirty, and I get tired of people doing that shit. I'll tell you if I did you dirty, neighbors. I will tell you. That's the difference between me and you. Okay? And I don't mean every single one of you I just pointed at. Most people will say, oh, I did you dirty, but then they don't make it right. They don't know how to make it right. They think making it right is just fixing how they did you dirty. But no, it's changed behavior. It's changed behavior in the future. Let's start with the shots I had and try and stay on point here. As you guys know, I've been talking about getting these shots in my neck to see if they help. And if they do, then they'll go in and give me ablation, which is they burn my nerves, and that lasts about 6 months to a year. As I've told you, I'm challenged by that because I'm like, well, that's just a Band-Aid. Okay? They called these shots the Band-Aid to the fix, but if you have to do it every 6 months to a year, and all you're doing is killing your body's ability to feel the pain, well, I might as well just take fucking narcotics instead of let you stick needles in my spine, right? That's the way I see it. But nonetheless, I don't want to take narcotics. That's a lifelong misery. That's forever. That's forever Band-Aid right there. Forever Band-Aid with high risk of your life being ruined by addiction. They don't tell you that most days, or most doctors will not tell you up front. Narcotics will likely destroy your life if you're not fucking careful. They don't give you all the explanations and warnings because they don't make their money if they don't give you your pills. Okay? With that, basically, you pay for 15-minute doctor's appointments and you get about 2 minutes with your doctor most times if you're lucky. I know some of you will say, I got a great doctor, blah, 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 blah. Well, a lot of you are just fucking deceived and think you have a good doctor. You're fucking sleep with wool over your eyes. So sorry, not sorry. If you're paying your doctor 15 minutes and you get 2 or 5, you don't have a good doctor. He's stealing from you. I have government insurance when I was seeing these doctors. But I pay my Medicare premium of $154 a month. And even if I didn't, my neighbors that pay taxes were paying my doctors. And so my doctors were stealing from you neighbors when I was getting disability, paying my doctors. They stole from you when Medicaid, the state Medicaid, paid my Medicare premium. They stole from you, neighbors, the taxpayers. It's funny, my doctor receives tax-paying dollars. And it says if you have a complaint, this and that. And I got to wondering, I bet you I can fucking record in there based on that sole statement. It's a public entity now. They receive taxpayer funding. Therefore, they're not a private business. Okay? At least my understanding of it. Anyways, sorry, getting off track here. I hurt like hell. I'm frustrated. I'm tired. I did not get an opportunity because of all the things I just expressed to you to ask enough questions with my doctor that's shooting these needles into my spine. And realistically, in my opinion, Dr. Sykes, if I get another appointment with you, I'll tell you, even though it means you'll treat me like shit even more and disregard me as a human being even more. You're cold-hearted, neighbor. You're dead. You are so fucking cold and emotionless, it is scary. It's scary. You can jab needles into somebody's spine like that and have no feeling while they're clenching and crying and sobbing. That you can only take 2 minutes and they're telling you, please don't let me walk out of this office prior to my injection. Please, neighbor. I can't leave this office again in this kind of pain. I want to die. I'm probably going to end up suicidal. You're cold, neighbor. All you doctors, just because I tell you I used to be a drug addict, at least I'm fucking honest with you. Why am I honest with you? Because I don't want your drugs. That's why. I don't want to be an addict again. But when I come to the point that I'm in so much pain I want to kill myself, we got to start reassessing. That being said, I had no idea these shots were supposed to last a maximum of 12 hours. So you want to torture me and jab needles into my spine, and it's only supposed to last up to 12 hours. You want to torture me and make my whole body go into fucking spasm. Muscle cramps, everything else, migraine, everything else. Then I'm supposed to be able to tell, outside of all of that, I get no recovery time from the procedure. And I'm supposed to be able to see through all of that pain to find out if this shit helped for 12 hours or not. Well, right now, no, neighbors. It has made me immensely worse. I'm in so much more pain now. My balance is awful now. My uncle damn near had to catch me from falling over yesterday. I've barely gotten out of my bed because I'm afraid I'm going to fall over. I tried to walk the dog today. I made it 1/4 mile and had to turn around. Because even with a walking stick, I kept falling and wobbly, almost hitting my face on the pavement. So I just came back. If I'd have known that up front, I probably still would have done the procedure because I'm desperate for pain relief. But I didn't know that. Because I pay for 15 minutes and I get 2 minutes. I'm so tired of all the corrupt systems out there. Get your fucking boot off my neck, please, neighbors, and see me. Why won't nobody listen to me? Why will these doctors not listen? I'm dying here, neighbors. I'm miserable. I'm in so much agony. And then couple it with my wife's not here. Oh wait, I don't have one. That's right. Because I'm crazy. Because I'm chronically disabled. I suffer chronic pain. And because of that, I'm bitter and miserable some days. And not only that, I've got some kind of fucked up chemical imbalance in my brain, they say. that makes me unlovable. People don't last long in my life. Which is sad, because you're missing a massive, massive, massive amount of fucking love that is just wanting to explode. You just got to take the bad with the good and help eliminate the bad. But you see, nobody is able to get past the bad enough to help conquer it. They just cast me aside and move on with their life. You might feel bad for a moment. You might feel sympathy for a moment. But most human beings don't care. They just move along. Thanks, Dr. Sykes. I wish you knew what you've done to me now with your injections. And I don't even get to see you for the follow-up. I'll see your practitioner. That's pretty sad. You get to jab my spine with fucking needles, and I don't get to tell you how I feel after the fact. That's mean. That's cold. So somebody else gets to rob me and give me 2 minutes when I pay for 15. The only way it changes, neighbors, is if we keep saying, well, that's just the way it is, and we keep submitting to all this shittiness. Well, I can't speak up because my doctor won't see me no more. I can't speak up because the government will take this, take that. Yeah, you're fucking right. They probably will. But if everybody did it, then we're in charge. The people are supposed to rule this fucking country, not a select few. The people are supposed to rule how healthcare works in this fucking country. Not the government, not private entities. Read our fucking declaration. We, the fucking people, the ones of you still watching this, we're the ones supposed to be in charge. Get the fuck off your couch. Wake the fuck up, because I'm dying. I'm miserable. Court systems, cops, healthcare, corporations, corrupt and dirty. When you work for these companies and you say, yeah, but I gotta survive. No, you're corrupt and dirty with them. When I use the self-checkout at Walmart, I'm corrupt and fucking dirty, just as bad as Walmart. And I know it. That's why I almost never do it, and I really should never do it. But I hate standing in line for 45 minutes because there's one register open. When there's no registers open, we should all be refusing to use self-checkout. I still refuse. If it's because no registers are open, I'll make them get an employee to come check me out at self-checkout. Do you know you have that right? You're performing a job and not getting paid for it when you ring up your groceries. Fucking stop. Stand in line. Stop. You're part of the problem, just like me. We all need to stop. It's hard standing up against a machine, and you likely will lose. But if you stand up against the machine, my fucking 90s generation, and the 80s generation, and the 70s generation, and the 60s generation, then all these silly fucking kids running around today, your kids, your grandkids, your great-grandkids, they're less likely to get taken advantage of and eaten up by the system because it's just getting worse. It's time for change, neighbors. Wake the fuck up. It's time for change. I'm so tired. So tired of sitting here, wishing it was so easy to hide here. But without money, you can't just fucking hide when you can't grow food on your land because it's garbage land. Your house is falling apart. We could go without AC, but we can't go without heat, or human beings will die. And that requires chopping wood, splitting wood, cutting wood. That requires tools. That requires money. Because nobody barters and trades hardly anymore. Out here in the woods, you can find some of that shit. But there's not much of it, but you got to know people. And you got to be able to deal with people doing you dirty left and right non-stop. Well, neighbors, we just going to let it keep falling apart? Are we just going to keep letting it fall apart? How many more people are out there suffering silently like me? That's why I won't do it no more. It's still silently, but at least talking to the fucking camera. Shit. At least I get to vent. How many of you out there are suffering silently? Thinking there's no point in standing up because change doesn't happen. I wonder if Martin Luther King Jr. ever felt that way. I wonder if the people that fled fucking the UK and the hundreds of thousands of boys, that's right, boys, that died fighting for our rights that we don't have. I wonder if they felt that way. I wonder if they felt like me. I can't fight the healthcare system. I always lose. I can't fight the courts. I always lose. It costs too much money to fight that traffic ticket. I'll just pay it. It takes too much time. I'll just pay it. I gotta use the self-checkout because I'm in a hurry to cook dinner. I'm tired. I worked all day. I gotta go home and make my family dinner. I don't want to stand in line. This is what we're doing, neighbors. Right here. Little bitches. Little cowards. That's what we do. All of us. Fucking stop. Stop it. Wake up. It's not just the church. People need to wake up. Fuck it. I'm tired of it. Fuck it. I don't like war. I don't believe in war. I hate war. It's ignorant. However, you think about our forefathers. They came here because they just wanted to be left the fuck alone. To live how they want to live. Believing what they want to believe. When we talk about this unalienable God-given right of free will, our Constitution promises us that because our forefathers believed, our Creator promised us that above everything. Free fucking choice. Free will above everything. Free will above everything. In fact, that's what we're going to title this. Free will above everything, a Shed Shop update. There we go. Free will above all. Something like that. Free will above the law. He said, give unto Caesar what is Caesar's, Jesus said. However, our forefathers said, we have an unalienable, God-given right to do what the fuck we want. Everybody says, well, there's got to be rules, there's got to be this, there's got to be that. You're right. There should be. His rules, right? Okay, let's take God out of the equation. Oh, shit. We see where that got this fucking country. Look where we are, neighbors. Seriously. Look where we are. Listen, no offense if you're gay. I don't give a shit. You want to eat pussy as a female? Go ahead. You want to suck dick as a male? Go ahead. That's my point. That's your fucking choice. That's your right as a human being to do what you want. Okay? But I have a right to do what I want and say how I feel about that. We're not going to get into that. But damn it, I lost my thought, neighbors. Oh, yes. We have churches with gay pastors, with lesbian pastors, and they're teaching that these things are not sin. That's not what acceptance means. That's not what treating each other equally means. No. It means I let them do what the fuck they want even though it's wrong. I can tell them it's wrong though. But it's not my right to tell them, no, you can't have a female pastor. Then I'm taking their free will. Free will, neighbors, you need to understand, you've all, including me, pretty much given up your free will. To the government, to your employer, to each other. You've given it up. The greatest constitutional right we have, which our forefathers understood before the Constitution existed, that we had as human beings, was unalienable free fucking will. They understood there needed to be certain guidelines to run a country. But that was, I imagine, the hardest thing they debated over. Well, our whole point is that we shouldn't have rules, but we have to have rules. But their whole thing was the people were in fucking charge. Neighbors, I'm tired and I'll hurt. And this doctor's made me worse. I'm getting railroaded by the government. One person that's never met me, doesn't know a fucking thing about me, has had one bad phone conversation with me because he's in a bad mood. He gets to determine whether they give me disability still or not. He gets to determine it. This guy that fucking hangs up on me and violates my rights as a disabled American. Isn't that funny? The very government that swears to protect you violates the rights that they're supposed to protect. And that's my point. Your fucking government ain't protecting you, neighbor. Your doctor ain't helping you, most likely. They're stealing from you, taking advantage of you, brainwashing you, making you take medicines to fuck up your mind, numb you, giving you food and everything else that causes you cancers and everything else to take their fucking medicines. Do you guys understand how much cancer's in all the fucking food out there in the grocery stores? Yet we all know it, yet we still eat it. Do you know how many depressants are in fast food? Do you know they specifically put chemicals in their food so that even though your body receives a little bit of nutrient from the food, your body is told it's still hungry? Why do you think people eat so much fast food? It's not just because we're tired. It's not just because we're lazy. It's because you're being chemically altered to need it. People looked down on me when I was shooting heroin. My body was chemically altered to need that. You're chemically altered to need shit food. How many of you could go get a salad fresh out of the ground right now and eat it and enjoy it? I bet you hardly none of you. How many of you could eat game meat right now? And I know there's a lot of hunters out there. This doesn't include you. Could eat game meat right now and enjoy it. Most of you cannot. Most of you right now, if you ate a fresh apple, not touched by chemicals, versus an apple at the grocery store, you would think something wasn't right about that standard apple. There is a massive difference in taste. The first time I ever grew food myself without Miracle-Gro, any chemicals, the first time I ever mulched my own soil and everything else, I made it 100% organic aside from my seeds. I bought organic seeds, and by organic I mean natural. I bought organic seeds, but they're still Terminator seeds, you guys, okay? Please understand what that process means. The first time I ever did that and picked the food, what a difference. The challenge is that's a lot of work. And so I sit here and I think, damn, that's what I want to do. But it's just me. And I can't move my neck. And I'm falling more behind. I've got windows that got delivered today and they're sitting there in the weather. In the boxes, sitting there, waiting to get rained on because I can't move them. I guess the shed shop update is, I just told you the other day what the hell's going on and nothing's changed. I took in some more saws that I shouldn't have, but taking in one of them was realistically because I felt like it might turn into me selling one of my saws, and it in fact did because his was roached. And so he gave some of the parts off of the saw he wanted fixed so I could complete my saw and sell it to him. I probably gave him too low of a price, but he seemed real happy. And where he lives, an hour and 45 minutes north of me, people are paying my prices for shitty used chainsaws apparently. Because I know my prices are the top end of the market, but my shit's refurbished with a warranty. And I do good work. And if something messes up, I usually eat it, even if it was your fault. I don't do that as much now, and I'm moving away from it more and more. But, if this is my life, as I told you guys, I was really hoping this would help, this shot. I was really, 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 really hopeful. And it's depressing. It's depressing that it didn't work. And it's more depressing that it made me worse. I was desperate for this to work. Desperate. I was so excited. And my uncle come home and I'm just waiting. Okay, when's the relief going to hit? When's the pressure going to go away? And I'm going to feel pain relief. I'm waiting. I got my little pain diary in front of me that they want me to fill out. And I'm just anxious, excited, waiting, hoping. I'm hopeful, even though I'm falling over and can't walk and feel like something ain't right. I'm staying hopeful, because what else am I supposed to do? I need this shit to work, you guys. And it didn't work. And then I wake up today, and I'm even worse still. And then that makes me not want to get out of bed. And my pain is so bad I don't get out of bed. And all the while I'm thinking about my neighbor's shit that needs worked on. I'm thinking about my pump house that is completely exposed to the weather. I'm thinking about all my lumber over here completely exposed to the weather. I'm thinking about Nathan Bolton's 1987 Kubota or 1988 Kubota lawn tractor just having the sun beat down on it right now when he had it in a building because I can't physically move it into the shade. I'm thinking about the trash in my yard. I'm thinking about how my lawn needs mowed. And I can't do it. But yet the government said I can and I'm not disabled anymore. So I had no choice. I had to say, fine, I better try and do this shit. And what's it do? It lays me up in bed even more. Two hands, neighbors. Most of us have two hands. What do we use these two hands for? Are you using your two hands for you and your selfish gain and your own personal benefit? Or are you using the two hands to go out and help neighbors in need like me? I'm not afraid to say I need help. I'm not afraid to say I'm fucking weak and pathetic. I don't choose to be this way. Oh, but I thought you said we had free will, Matthew. Yeah, that's the fucked up part about it. The only free will we really have is the free will to choose how we deal with the situations dealt to us. Or you have the free will to sit and do nothing or get up and do something when your government fucking completely takes control of your free will. When your corporations and your one world government, big corp, okay, the Illuminati, fucking Jesuits, that's who runs the world, neighbors. Oh shit, they chopped me and killed me. Just kidding. Just that little movement, just that little trying to have fun and joke. Agonizing pain. To the point that I realize I've got to go lay back in my bed now. Your Shed Shop update is, we better figure out how to treat this fucking pain or we don't continue. I'm being railroaded, neighbors. I have been my whole life. I wonder if it'll ever stop. Should I edit out how slow I got up and how slow I'm moving to turn you off? Nah, don't think I will. Who gives a shit? I guess I'm just not that embarrassed by my crippledness anymore, neighbors. Till next time, be kind to one another. Here's my fucking battle. Stand up and fight, neighbors. No more laying down being bitches. Let's fight. Let's fight the right way, though. Peacefully. With our hearts and our words and our actions. Not with guns and violence.